Hoop Dreams, the podcast, an Unlearning Network production.
All right, Agee, I don't even know where to start, man. After this first crazy weekend of March Madness, obviously we're supposed to get into the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight. And I just want to let everybody know, man, that this Hoop Dreams podcast March Madness preview is brought to you by MyBookie. It's time for you to make your picks and score big on the nonstop action with MyBookie. I'll be back a little later to tell you a little bit more about that. But Agee, man, this weekend was just, first of all, it's probably some of the best basketball that you and I probably both have seen. But then the storylines of crazy big dogs getting knocked down by the underdogs, and then you got who teams probably really wasn't an underdog, but because of the seeding, they actually ended up winning too. But what was your take from the weekend?
Man, it was crazy, man. It was like going into the ring and getting punched by Mike Tyson, and you don't even know why you was there. Like, it was literally that crazy. Like, I couldn't believe some of these games. Like, but then again, I mean, they was good games.
They were.
I mean, they were some good games. I mean, amazing.
You know what I was most impressed by?
Who that?
You didn't see the typical blowouts. Like, you didn't see the big C's really killing the smaller C's. Like, it's almost like, you know, for the first couple of rounds, man, the things went down to the wire. And of course, we got to show them a little love. What you got to say about St. Peter's? The small Jersey school, maybe 3,000 students or less.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a city school. That's like a Malcolm X college. That's here in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Coach Holloway, man. You know, we remember him well. He around our age, come out a little bit after us. But Shaheem Holloway, man, got them boys playing like they ain't caring about the name on the front of the jersey or the back of the jersey or your ranking or none of that.
And throwing blows and punches and hitting big shots, getting to the rack, crossing guys. You know, but it goes to show you too, man, that when it comes to the high majors and your mid majors, a lot of these guys that are going mid-major, they have high major talent, but they're getting overlooked.
Yep.
And there's only so many guys that can go high major year in and year out, man. So I love the way that the game is developing. I love the way that the mid-majors are finally getting the respect that they deserve. Mm-hmm. And let's just see how far they can ride it out. I know they want to call it a Cinderella story, but the reality is, man, if you can play, you can play. It doesn't matter. If you can ball, you can ball.
Yeah, and play defense against 5-star talent.
My goodness. Well, man, let's get into the upcoming games, which is brought to you by MyBookie. Predict winners in each round of the MyBookie bracket contest for a chance to win a Bitcoin. I know everybody wants some money, so get you a Bitcoin, get in this tournament, a Doodle NFT, and over $100,000 or more in cash prizes. Listen, whether you're filling out multiple brackets, betting on the national championship winner, or simply looking for players and game props, MyBookie has you covered. Sign up today with MyBookie and use promo code HoopDreams, all caps, one word, when you make your first deposit, earning a free entry into the My Bracket contest. Listen, bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. And remember to use promo code HoopDreams, all cap, one word, at mybookie.ag when you open an account.
And don't forget to check out the Hoop Dreams podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe and like and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at OG Hoop Dreams. Let's do this, Thrill.
Man, let me tell you. First of all, I know we're in the Sweet 16, but I just got to mention this too. My bracket already busted. So, I mean, like, you know what's crazy, man, about the challenge that we put out?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at my brackets. I got, the way they designed it is they got little green checks for, you know, the wins, and then they got X checks for your losses.
Okay.
So I'm looking at my South region and my East region and part of my Midwest region. There's no way any of my teams can get to the Final Four because it's all you see is X, 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 X in terms of all the teams that I picked. So right now I'm sitting at a sloppy, I think 26 in our Hoop Dreams pool. But that don't look good, man. But here we go. All right, Agee, the Sweet 16 is this Thursday.
Yes.
I got to ask you the same thing, man. Your bracket busted or you doing all right with it?
No, nowhere near all right. Been busted. I think the first round.
You said
the first round. I think one of the first 3 games it got busted. Like, damn, well, there goes the bracket.
Right.
I mean, like, just threw me out the loop, bro. And it's so crazy. I'm watching the ESPN thing, Will. After I don't know if you saw it, but they said on the ESPN fill-in brackets, there were 116 still perfect brackets, meaning that there were people who picked the damn winners who actually won the games. 116 perfect brackets? I'm like, somebody cheating.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yes.
So my daughter, Alicia, who lives in New Jersey, who follows some basketball, but, she ain't, in it. How come Sunday she was 18th in the nation when picking brackets? Number 18. You hear me, Agee? She picked St. Peter's. Do you hear what I'm saying?
She picked St. Peter's.
Yes.
What method is your daughter using?
That's what I've been asking. Like, come on now. I could have went on my bookie myself and done made some money. I'm sitting there like, we could be sitting up here 100,000 there, and you sitting up there holding the key.
Right.
What's up with that?
She got brothers that play basketball. Her daddy play basketball, and she ain't asked damn one of y'all.
Didn't ask none of us, and she's sitting 18th. I said, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Am I? I'm like, girl, you playing. And here's the crazy thing. You know when her bracket went wrong was when she actually picked Arizona to lose.
Oh, wow.
So that's how she slipped. I said, you win against Arizona?
Right. Can't go against them.
She said, Dad, I ain't having to win. I was like, but you still sitting high and pretty. So let's get into it, man.
Mm-hmm.
So the survivors from that, again, crazy weekend, number 1 Gonzaga going up against the number 4 seed, Arkansas Razorbacks in your neck of the woods. Man, who you got?
Man, that Razorback team is fun to watch. I like how they play. They get up and down. They guard. And it's funny that they coach is Eric Musselman, who I have some history with, And
yes.
I mean, I like Gonzaga. I like what they doing. That boy Drew Timme, man, is I don't see nobody on Arkansas at his level, like doing what he can do. How he can ignite.
Who does he remind you of?
Drew Timme?
Probably don't shoot as well as him, but in terms of that cockiness, that toughness,
bravado,
bravado.
I'm so confident out on the court. No matter what you do of defense to me, I have something for it. And he reminds me of Tom Kleinschmidt.
You gonna say Kleinschmidt? You know who I was thinking of?
Yes.
Christian Laettner.
Oh, yes.
He got that same kind of bravado, just like, hey, I don't care what you do.
More Christian Laettner than Tom Kleinschmidt.
Yeah. He just has that, almost can kind of make you angry if you ain't for him.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
So maybe they go create some T-shirts,
Hey, I got to roll with the Zags on this one, baby. Just because of Drew Timme, what he showed me.
I like the Zags, but I'm thinking if the Arkansas Razorbacks continue to play the tough defense that they're doing, because even with what Timme is doing, I don't think if they get enough out of, who presumably might be the first draft in the class this year, he needs to get him more. Last game, I think he had 10 points, 8 rebounds. Yeah, he had 4 blocks, but I think he needs to give a little bit more. So if he give those same kind of numbers, I got the Razorbacks.
You mean the 7-foot kid?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but Will, he's so fluid out there. Like he just roams around and whatever, oh, y'all missed this, or ain't nobody looking at me on the backside. Drew Timmy just turned around and threw him a nice little lob.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he has all of the credentials to be a high lottery pick. Kind of even got some of that Porzingis in him. Probably not as good as a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of, he has to get more than 9 points a game. I mean, you're in the Sweet 16 trying to get a shot to go to the Elite Eight. They're going to need a little bit more.
I agree with you on that one, Will. He definitely going to need a double-double going forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, even the last game, remember, Timmy didn't pick it up until the second half.
Yeah.
If he doesn't give you the numbers that he gave in the second half, Gonzaga's at home right now. So they got to get a little bit more out of him. And of course, again, I like what Gonzaga did. I actually had Memphis to beat them because I just thought that the way that Penny had them dudes playing, man, this was their game to win. And again, it was another just great game. Came down to the end, and I think Gonzaga's experience put them over the top.
Gonzaga's experience got them in foul trouble. Duran and all them, they had them right there on the ropes. But Drew Timmy and them knew how to get them guys in foul trouble. I'm talking about got all they bigs in foul trouble.
So you going with?
I'm going with the Zags, baby.
And I'm going to go with them Razorbacks, man.
Okay.
I'm going to show a little love for Nolan Richardson. Get them Razorbacks some love. So, man, up in the West, we got number 2 Duke going against number 3 Texas Tech. The question is, man, will this be it for Coach K? And when I look at it, I mean, hey, Duke got a pretty easy win in the first round. Mm-hmm. Michigan State literally had that game, down to the wire, and Duke pulled away at the end. And I can't even say if that's experience or not, because Duke is playing with freshmen, and Michigan State, they playing with some studs, but they just didn't have it in the end to pull it out. But who you got? This is a tough one here.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and, since I was surprised that Duke pulled that out, but I think I'm gonna have to take the Dukies on this one. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Duke Blue Devils over Texas on this one.
Really?
Yep. And I mean, Coach K got to a Sweet 16, so now I want to see him. I want to see him ride it out. You know what I'm saying?
So you going with nostalgia. You got a little Coach K nostalgia.
Yeah.
Want to see him sit on the horse, ride this thing out. Well, I'm going opposite of you.
Uh-oh.
I want Coach K done.
What?
Sit down, let somebody else get the gig. It's time to move on. So I'm going with them boys, Texas Tech, because truthfully, I thought either team, whether it was Notre Dame or Texas Tech, if they played Duke, I thought they were going to get Duke regardless, because I just think Duke has spans of great consistency, and then they get really inconsistent. And I think they're more inconsistent than they are consistent. And I just think if Texas Tech continue to play the way that they've been playing, man, I love them teams that's under the radar, but they are a great team. So I got Texas Tech to pull this thing out, man.
It's gonna be interesting because Texas Tech is not gonna just lay down. Like that's not a team that's just gonna let Duke walk over them and just, as soon as they walk in the gym, oh, y'all 10 down. That ain't them. Texas Tech, they get up in you, they grind it out, and they fight us.
They are fighter.
So they gonna make for a good game this one, but I still got the Dukies coming out.
So then we got to put it out here now and then. In the end, so you got the Razorbacks versus Texas Tech in the Elite Eight.
So the Zags will have to play the winner of the Duke and Texas Tech game, right?
Correct.
So if the Zags and Duke wind up meeting in that Elite Eight, I got to ride with Duke.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I got to ride with Duke.
You was gonna say that.
I want to see Coach K grab it, man.
It won't matter anyway, because whoever wins, the Zags or Duke, they're gonna have to face either the Razorbacks or Texas Tech. I think if the Razorbacks, if they continue to do what they do, I think they can literally get Texas Tech. But I think Texas Tech is a little bit more perimeter shooting oriented that I think they can win that game. So I'm going to go with Texas Tech. It's hard if Gonzaga plays Duke, which would be a great rematch, by the way.
Awesome rematch.
Be an excellent rematch. I think if that does happen, I think the Zags will get Duke in this face-off. So, yeah.
He said, yeah.
You know, it's so tough, man. It's hard to find one. So guess what? I might come back around to that one, man. But let's keep it moving.
Right.
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it
pause
moving.
on that one.
Yeah, pause on that one. So all right, man, we're in the East. We got number 8 North Carolina, who knocked off. I ain't gonna even talk about that, man, because they blitzed us. They blitzed them Gorgon Eagles. They facing up against a tough UCLA team. Now, again, North Carolina just routed Marquette. Then they played, man, you talking about an incredible Bulldogs game, which, by the way, man, I do want to pause for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
That North Carolina Baylor game, the referees almost, in my opinion, almost took that game away from Carolina. And I'm not saying that the kid didn't deserve a flagrant foul on that play, but a flagrant 2. I don't think the elbow was thrown in a vicious manner. I just think the kid was clearing some space, and he should have taken the game. You up 25, you get rid of their best player, and then the next 3-4 plays.
Yeah. Baylor makes a run.
Oh, Baylor makes a run, and now you're in overtime. I mean, come on, man. What was that all about? So I'm glad Carolina got them. Even though they beat my guys, I'm glad Carolina got that game because I didn't like the refereeing in that game. It just seemed to favor the Bulldogs a little bit more in that game. And, of course, UCLA squeaked by an Akron team with 4 points, man, and tough game.
Yeah.
And then, of course, in the next round, they blitz St. Mary's, which I actually thought that one was going to be the tough game.
Yeah.
So, North Carolina, UCLA, who you got?
Man, I like both of these guys, man. Both of their teams. I like the coaches. I like their players. He's not going to be thrown out for the next game, is he?
No, he'll be able to play.
Okay, so I'm going to roll with North Carolina over UCLA.
I got Carolina too, man. I just think that for whatever the reason, man, Carolina has been under the radar all year long.
Yeah. They
go into the tournament, and all of a sudden, people are talking, Carolina pride again, Carolina blue. I mean, what is going on? So, and I just think UCLA, they had a great run last year.
Yeah.
But I just think this here, and the wins they got up until this point, I think Carolina has a more complete team. Shooters, they got guys that rebound, guys that can score. I love Carolina point guard. I mean, the kid, man, he dropped 30 in that last game. So I'm going with the Tar Heels.
And then, Will, you know what? I want to mention this too. Don't it seem like the teams that was, kind of sloppy in their conference tournaments and finishing the season up like they lost those, teams that lost those last 4 games or 5 games and didn't win their conference tournament. But now they in the tournament and they just playing loosey-goosey.
You know what that is, though, man. I love, this is what I actually love about the tournament. People think it's about X's and O's. And probably to some degree, it may have a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, what we're seeing defense. A guy, can you just guard your man one-on-one?
Right.
We also seeing pure athleticism. Can you stop me? Because I'm getting to the rack. I mean, you can see the coaches, the coaches ain't even saying nothing in this tournament. Cats pulling up from half court, just getting up and down the floor. I mean, you're just seeing just pure natural athleticism and defensive techniques at its best. And whoever got the biggest dogs are doing it. Yeah. Especially when it come down to the mid-majors, because them dudes saying, guess what? Y'all, our bark just as big as yours.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying right now, man. I'm just saying, hey, it's one and done. If you lose, we go home. Are you ready to go home? Then go win the game.
Go win the game then.
That's it. So, of course, now, man, here we are, game 2. The Peacocks. Let me say it again. The Peacocks. Hey, that's what we should have did, man, in this challenge. We should have said, if anybody can tell us where the Peacocks, where they're actually located, where's the street, we should get a pair of gym shoes. But
right.
I mean, I can't imagine how much money was lost when they beat Kentucky and then turned around and beat Murray State.
Yes.
I mean, and now I don't think they're done, even though Purdue, man, Big Ten royalty, tough, playing probably some of the best basketball they played in the last 5 years. This is going to be a heck of a game because Purdue, yeah, they got past Yale pretty easy. They had a tough battle with Texas. I actually thought that Texas had a legitimate chance to win that game because I think a lot of people forgot early on, Texas was the 5th-ranked team in the nation. So when you beat a team like Baylor, you know what I mean, and Kentucky, those teams are, these teams are eliminated, and you help contribute. If you're the Peacocks, you say, man, we took out probably a Final Four contender in the Wildcats.
Yes.
I don't want to bet against these guys, Agee. I'm going with the Peacocks over Purdue.
Yeah, well, it's funny how your confidence grows after winning those two type of games like that. Sports writers, commentators, us, all the people out in the world watching can look at this and say, oh, yeah, Purdue got the 7-footer, they got Ivy, they got guard play and all that. I'm not so sure that those St. Peter Peacocks even care about any of that. I mean, it's not on their radar to be like, oh, well, now we at Purdue. What, we going to get scared of a 7-footer and the Ivy boy that's supposed to be a projected lottery pick? Y'all finna get some of this butt whooping too. And that's what I think.
Heard what the coach said.
That's what I think St. Peter's is going to do to Purdue. And so I'm riding with St. Peter's.
Going with St. Peter's. Hey, did you hear what the coach said?
What?
From saying, he said,
oh, yeah.
I got some New York boys. I got some Jersey boys. He's like, who we afraid of?
He said, right.
He's like, come on, man. Do y'all know where I get mine from?
Right.
See, let me tell you something, man. When you got a coach like that, how can you not go out there and ride for him? That dude just told y'all, hey, man, don't forget where you from.
What?
He told, you know what he told them? He said, guess what? Y'all had cats on the playground tougher than some of the guys you finna play. Yep. Now, I will say this. That boy Ivy, that boy is a monster. He is a beast. I mean, that dude, right now, if I had the #1 pick in the draft, that's my dude. That's who I'm getting.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, man, that dude's a walking bucket. Now, I will say this, though. I think this is going to be the one game where Purdue's defense is really going to get tested because St. Peter's, from what we've seen, all of these guys have the ability to score, and then their main guys got an exceptional ability to score.
Yes.
So I think Ivy's this is probably going to be one of those ones where I don't think he's going to be able to hide a little bit defensively. And I think the big dude that Purdue has, I don't think he's going to be able to play that much because those big guys get up and run up and down that floor. And I just think this is going to be a lumbersome game for him where the coach is going to have to go to a smaller matchup to play these guys.
If Purdue's smart, they wouldn't run with them. They wouldn't try to run with them. I would slow it down and make it a 50-some game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to run with y'all. I let Ivy and them get out and run, but to keep my 7-footer, to keep him, a problem for St. Peter's, he can't get in foul trouble. He got to have points and a double and rebounded. So I think if Purdue keep that and Ivy and them get off the little guard, they'll be safe. But I don't know. I can't go against St. Peter's, man. I just think they on a roll. Yeah, they feeling themselves. Their confidence is on top of their shoulders. Like let's get it. Like you put on your shorts just like I put on mine.
Whole different level. And not only that, I think they're playing with a level of confidence that says, we ain't even supposed to be here. So they're like, what we got to lose?
Right. What do we got to lose coming out here playing good against y'all?
Here we are again, man. I got North Carolina versus St. Peter's in the Elite Eight, and I'm picking, man, this is a tough one, Agee. This is a flip the coin because I think both teams match up really well in terms of their intensity.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pick, if this is the matchup, I'm going to pick Carolina.
Over the Peacocks.
over the Peacock.
Well, I'm glad you did that, my brother, because I'm riding with the Peacock. I'm going to put a strap around the Peacock neck, and we're going to ride the Peacock right on past them Blue Bloods into the Elite Eight. I'm riding with Shaheem Holloway and the Peacocks beating Hubert Davis's North Carolina Tar Heels.
Hey, listen, I feel you on that. I mean, I think they got a legit shot, but I think Carolina has been waiting on this moment. They have not had success, I don't know how long in the tournament. And now, in terms of getting back to that Elite Eight status, that Final Four status, and I think the way that these dudes, man, the whooping they have been they put on Marquette, and truthfully, even the whooping the last game, I mean, they whooped them boys. I mean, it just so happened the big fella got, but I mean, you take out the number one team, and Baylor was some dogs. So, but I feel you on that pick, man. You can't go wrong with that pick.
Yeah.
So, here we are now in the South, man.
Okay.
You got number one Arizona. My goodness.
Oh.
Some people say that Houston is really good, very, I'm going to say they're a great team. I love the coach. Arizona beat Wright State, then squeaked past TCU. I mean, that was an absolutely phenomenal game.
Yeah.
Then Houston handled UAB pretty easily and of course, knocked out my pick. I actually did have Illinois. I mean, I've gained so much respect from the way that they played Illinois. I mean, and of course, who can forget Coach Sampson taking off his shirt in the locker room? You always got to have a moment like that, right?
You know what I'm saying?
So
what?
Right. You love it when your coach, man, puts it all on the line for you like that. Don't care about embarrassment. How can you not go out and dive for loose balls and everything else? But so we got Houston versus Arizona in this matchup. Do you think this is Houston year or you got Arizona?
I love Arizona, man. I got ties out there, man. Love that whole area. Houston. Love Houston, too. I love how Coach got them boys playing. They all Rough Riders. But I think I'm going to roll with Houston over Arizona.
I feel you on that one, man. I'm going with Houston, too. I just think, even though I think on paper, Arizona's probably the better team in terms of what they got, how they play, how they're coached. But I think that actually might be the Achilles heel to that team, because they play at times very mechanical at times, whereas Houston has a little bit of this flair, has a little bit of this, go get it attitude. Coach Sampson, I seen him get mad because cats ain't shooting the ball. See, I love a coach when he get on you because you ain't being aggressive out there on the floor.
Yeah.
So, but I just think, man, the way that Houston handled Illinois, it's hard to go against that.
It's hard to go against that because you thinking just like, oh man, Kofi gonna kill they whole front line. Well, they like put a monkey wrench in that plan. Like, no, bro, it ain't just gonna be that easy. You may get some buckets here and there, but we gonna tire your big self out.
And they did.
And they did. And the boys playing, man.
But we got game number 2. Now, here's the thing, man. This is a public service announcement to Juwan Howard. Listen here, man. Y'all playing in San Antonio. I need 2 tickets. Thank you for that public service announcement to Coach Juwan Howard of the Michigan Wolverines.
Oh, Will, we got you, baby. Just come to the hotel. We got you.
Absolutely. So we got the number 11. And that's why I keep saying, man, I don't even know if, these guys are, underdogs or not. But you got the Michigan Wolverines, who battle-tested 2 great games going against number 2 Villanova Wildcats. Yeah. And Michigan, man, listen, they eliminated a tough Colorado team because many people had Colorado State.
Yeah.
Winning that game. And then, they outlasted Tennessee. And come on, Tennessee? I actually thought they was going to get them. And of course, but how could they win when your 5'5" brothers show up to support you, be there for you, in the locker room with you?
Yeah.
But I think these Villanova Wildcats going to say, I don't care who you got showing up. We've been here before. We know how to get it done. We done won championships.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think Michigan gets this game. Who you got?
I'm riding with the hometown shot, coach. I'm riding with Michigan over Nova, baby. I ain't on the East Coast. I'm riding with the Midwest brother, man. I got to go with Michigan over Nova, man. And I know it's going to be a tough game. They got Archie Diacono, Gillespie. Them boys been battle tested. You know what I'm saying? They done won that thing twice. So, you know, they got a culture there, you know, with their front line, the bench, like, hey, you come out, next man up, go in, let's do it. You know, Jake, the coach, I love him, but I just can't go against Big Nuke, man.
No. That's just hometown love.
Yeah.
Whether they win or lose, that's just hometown love.
Got to ride with Big Nuke.
So in my face-off, man, I got Houston going against Michigan to get to the Elite Eight, and I'm still going to ride with Michigan.
Ride with Michigan, baby. Same pick. We same pick on that one, baby.
Same pick.
Same pick on that one. I'm riding with Michigan over Houston in the Elite Eight, too.
That is. So Nuke, we need 4 tickets now. So, man, then we don't even need to wait on that one anymore. We just go in and let that one sit where it's at, because now we can move on to the Midwest, where the number 1 seed, Kansas, is going to square off against the number 4 seed, Providence. And, of course, Kansas beat number 16, Texas Southern, in their first game and got through a tough game against number 9, Creighton. Providence beat the number 13 seed, South Dakota State, just by 9 points in their first matchup, and then handled Richmond. I actually thought that was going to be a tougher game, and it wasn't.
Richmond game, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit tougher. But now we got this Kansas, Providence, and truthfully, Kansas sitting over there, man, looking good. They got a top 10 draft pick on their, actually, I would say top 7 draft pick on their squad. So I got Kansas pulling this one out over Providence. Who you got?
Oh, man, I'm rolling with Kansas too, man. I like the coach over there at Providence. I like how he got them boys playing. They all buy into his system and his structure, his discipline. But that boy Remy Martin, man, that boy Remy Martin he's just a winner, man, a gamer. Like if I'm on, coach. Get on my back. I'm taking the squad there. I love that dude, the way he play, man. He just play all out, just loose, like no holds barred. Just take the pit bull, take the collar off and let him go.
I don't think it's gonna be an easy win, because them boys at Providence, man, they also know just one of them squads under the radar. So I'm not gonna say it's gonna be an easy win. I just think when you stack up their Kansas best against Providence best,
yeah,
that's what it's gonna come down to.
I think Kansas get them by 6.
Really?
I think, like you said, it's gonna be close. I think they get them by 6.
I like that. And then, of course, man, I can't wait for this game, because I got 2 words for you. Charlie Moore. Charlie Moore. Hey, listen, man. First of all, we just can't do nothing but show love for the Chicago kid, man.
Nothing but love.
The boy doing this thing, man. I mean, my goodness. Literally, this dude is out there looking like a Chris Paul type. I mean, that is exactly what he's looking like right now. A Chris Paul type, getting assists, scoring when he needs to score. And you know what I've been most impressed by Charlie Moore throughout this tournament? His composure. Man, he cats out there like pressing him. He just walking it up. Like, y'all ain't even guarding me. I said, oh yeah, this kid got some Midwest up in him. So we got number 11 Iowa State going against the 10th seeded Miami Hurricanes. And from the way I started this, you already know where I'm at. I got Miami. As a matter of fact, I had Miami riding throughout this thing anyway, because I just thought that, it was another one of those teams that many folks didn't talk about, but they had some of the biggest wins in college basketball this season. So I got the Hurricanes. Who you got?
Yeah, man, I'm rolling with Charlie Moore in Miami, man. That dude is so crazy because, you know, he from Chicago, here on the South Side, went to Morgan Park High School, and he was the shortest dude on the squad. And he ran that team then as a little guy. Like he was thin and short. You know what I'm saying? But he was playing in big moments and hitting big shots and giving up big assists. So the stage is nothing new for him. Like how you just said, guys pressing up on him. He's just dribbling the ball, bringing it up. I'm going to run my offense. Nothing you going to do is stop me from running my offense. And he just, I mean, and the thing about it is that the team galvanizes around him. Like they feed off of him, which is a great trait to have for a point guard. Oh my God. You hit a three and then steal the ball, make a layup, and all he had to do is clap his hands and get down in defense. Not a rest of the four dudes. They geeking now. They jumped up
and
ready.
He picking you up 94 feet.
Man.
I mean, he's and his thing, man, I wasn't super excited about the COVID rule that these guys got an extra year.
But it worked out for him.
It worked out for him. That's what I was getting ready to say. It worked out for him. He got that COVID year. And literally, man, I don't know if he'll be a late first rounder, but I can see him being an early second round pick because of his composure type and probably even
but his IQ though. His IQ to know who to get the ball to and when to get the ball to him. That's why I like him.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. Even possibly sliding into that first round with those, from that 17 to 30 slot, easily can be, a Charlie Moore right there. And again, the kid, man, he is truly taken this COVID year and has turned this Miami team that wasn't on the radar. I mean, you even hear his coach. His coach is like, listen, man, this dude is the glue. He's almost saying, why can't you get another COVID year? I mean, he's looking like, I ain't never had a point guard like this.
Let us count the Charlie Moore ways. Let me see. He went to California. He left California. He went to Missouri, right?
No, he went to Kansas.
He went to Kansas then. He left Kansas, went to DePaul.
Yeah.
Left DePaul. Now he at Miami.
Yeah.
What?
That's how you doing it.
Let's count the Charlie Moore ways, baby.
But how great of a talent do you have to be that you can just go from high major to high major? Most guys, when they leave high majors, they got to go to a mid major.
Or it's like, what you do? Why you leaving?
Right,
you must have did something. Nah, we ain't accepting you here at this university. You done did something to Nah.
But he's a winner, man. I will say this.
Winner.
Every program that he has played at, bona fide winner.
Yep.
Bona fide winner. So here we go, man. We both got Kansas and Miami in the Sweet 16 game. Heading into the Elite 8, I'm picking Miami. I think Charlie probably want to
gonna be some revenge there, huh?
Yeah. He want to show Coach, listen, man, you don't know what you hide.
Yeah.
But you gonna see tonight. So I got Miami, man, in that Elite 8. Who you got?
This game is a revenge game, similar to the Iowa and Creighton game for Lauren Jensen.
Yes.
She just played freaking amazing last night. But I'm gonna roll with Miami. I gotta go with the Chicago point guard, man, over his former team, Kansas, and Bill Self and Remy Martin. But that gonna be a matchup right there, baby. Remy Martin against Charlie Moore. I will be glued to the television.
I love it. I love it. You can't get any better than this, man. I can honestly say, man, this is probably one of the best tournaments that I've seen in a long time, man. And I was one of the ones on the other side, like, who is the selection committee? They done messed this whole thing up. but obviously they know what they're doing. they done made some great picks, man, and we've had a great tournament this far, and I think it's only gonna get better as we continue to go and get down to the Final Four and eventually see who wins this thing. So that wraps up the Hoop Dreams March Madness Sweet 16 and Elite 8 preview. Brought to you by our friends at MyBookie. Make your pick and use promo code HoopDreams when you sign up, and join us next week for the Final Four preview. Remember to check out our recent episodes of Hoop Dreams, the podcast, on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast, featuring UCLA quarterback Chase Griffin, actor and former NFL player Terry Crews, and Illinois basketball alumni and legend broadcaster and still in the business, Stephen Bardo. Listen, remember to subscribe and like and tag us on all platforms at Hoop Dreams, OG Hoop Dreams. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next week. I'm Will Gates, and that's my dog,
Arthur Agee. We'll see you when we see you.
I'm the goat of my era. I've been a trending topic. I'm as fly as a feather. My pocket's macroscopic. See, with time I get better. I'm always in the action, kid. Know I got it locked from Chicago, where the toughest live. Concrete jungle, earn my stripes on the pavement there. You make it here, then you can make it anywhere. No comparison. Your game is embarrassing. No one can touch me. I'm all for going there again. Yeah, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Arthur Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me. Yeah, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Arthur Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me.
Hoop Dreams, the podcast, an Unlearning Network production. Written and produced by Arthur Agee, Will Gates, Matt Hoffar, with audio engineering from Matt Savage. For more episodes, check us out at www.unlearningnetwork.com.
Gotta be a dog to survive in this cold weather. Ice in my veins, no need for a warm sweater. I'm coming for it all, best believe I won't let up, yeah. Hey, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Arthur Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me. Yeah, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Arthur Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me. Yeah.